we're not receiving video data at a fast. Your viewers may experience buffering. Ensure your connection is faster by using a lower bit rate. Okay, we're gonna have to go on with this because this is how we have it set in on YouTube, and I hope you guys can see it. The link, the webinar link, is in the Staffingpreneurs Academy group. It's in the Staffingpreneurs Academy group, and if you've already signed up one time, it will be the same link. We're using the same webinar link. So, hey Alicia. So there we go. So we are live on YouTube. Hey YouTube, it says that my stream is moving slow. This is my first time. I tried to test this. So I'm doing my best I'm hoping that it's going great. So if anybody wants to go over to YouTube to see what it's like, that would be great also. I have GoToWebinar going off. Okay, you can't hear me. Hold on one second. Let's see. Is anybody having issues hearing me? Hold on one sec. Oh, I see. I know why. Hold on, Ryan. Thank you. Everywhere I go, they say, I'm working this up. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate you. Hey, Monica. Okay, it's all right. We're doing this thing. All right, so we're on YouTube Live right now. Can you guys hear me on GoToWebinar? I know Facebook sees me. It says my connection is weak, but I think it's very strong. Hey! All right, now we're getting somewhere. All right, so I can't necessarily see who's all in. So I'm going to just do a quick rundown really quick. Hey, Trudy. Hey, Lydia. Hey, John. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Tina. Hey, Ade. Hey, Monica. Who else am I missing? I'm missing. Hey, Pam. Hey, Martia. Hey, Obi. All right. Yes, we have everybody in on the line. Okay, so people, as you know, are going to continue to chime in through the course of the evening, which I'm very excited about. If this is your first time here, once a month we have a live, every other week we have a live Q&A call, but once a month we actually stream live for the whole world to participate in our Q&A call so that you guys can get an opportunity to learn more about starting your own niche recruiting and staffing agency business, to talk about recruiting and staffing. I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to rock out my t-shirt. Y'all know I got like one of my favorite t-shirts on. Stay calm. I am a staffingpreneur. All right. Woo! And we actually have a new t-shirt line coming out. My team has been so awesome with creating all the new designs, so I can't wait to share those with you. Some of you got a sneak peek in the live boot camp, and so we'll be putting those out so you guys can get your t-shirts and so forth. If you have ideas for a t-shirt, hey Lori, it's good to see you, Lori Jones. Then let us know. We would love to put that on cotton and get it out there for you guys. So how are you doing? We have so much going on. So, while I was gone, so all my favorite magazine came in the mail, the Staffing Industry Review, the Next Gig Thing. I hope each and every one of you got yours. And they're talking about so many amazing things. So not only did I get that, but I also got the HR magazine. I hope you guys got your copy. These are free publications designed to help us grow our businesses, to make sure that we're staying abreast of the laws that are out there. Let me just move my camera here to make sure it's right. To stay abreast of the laws that are going on out there in the recruiting and staffing industry. Lots of overtime regulations going on right now. Also, one of the states, I want to say it was Massachusetts. I need to go back and look. They have a new law that has passed where you cannot ask an employee about their former salary. Okay, that's big. So that's something that we need to kind of stay abreast of, because one of the big questions that we ask is, what are you making and what are you looking to make? Now, I don't typically ask what they've made in the past. However, there are a lot of employers out there that want to know what someone has made, what the salary the last 3 or 4 salaries or hourly rates have been for a particular candidate. And now it's becoming, good job. Now it's becoming a legal thing, a legal issue around that. And so if one state passed the law, I'm glad you're back, Trudy. If one state passes a law, typically most of the states follow suit. And so we've got to be aware of that and make sure that we, keep that in mind as we're asking people. Each time I go into this magazine, I love this magazine. They give us some stats. And if you have not gotten your magazine, I want to just share a few with you. Share a few of the new statistics with you so that you can be abreast, and then we'll dive into the normal flow of our Q&A call. 69% of employees globally expect job prospects for young workers to improve in the next 5 years. I think that's awesome. Data theft is a growing risk, and malware attacks, it's a growing concern. Data theft and malware attacks from within companies are growing concerns, according to a report from Accenture and HFS Research. The report survey found that 69% of respondents experienced an attempt or successful theft or corruption of data by insiders during the last 12 months. Media and technology organizations reported the highest rate at 77%. Now, I've been telling you guys that security, IT security, that security staffing is major. So if you haven't started your niche recruitment and staffing agency business and you're thinking about doing it, IT security is huge. Now, the issue with IT security and placing in that space is that there are more jobs there than there are candidates. And so, really you want to be someone who's abreast of that industry, who knows people within the market, so that if that's going to be your niche, then you'll already have a network already established around those folks, or at least so I just want you to keep that in mind as you're thinking about that. Here's another stat that I thought was very interesting. Less than half of workers place a great deal of trust in their employers. Just 46% of workers place a great deal of trust in their employer, according to a survey of workers in 8 countries released last month by Ernst & Young. Slightly more, 49% have a great deal of trust in their boss or colleague. That's one of the reasons why I feel like it's super duper important for us to establish strong relationships with our candidates, because if they're already feeling like they can't trust their employer, then they have to at least feel like they can trust their recruiter and trust that their recruiter will find a great opportunity for them. So I just think that that's super important. It's something we want to think about. Also, when we're talking to hiring managers, one of the things that we should be asking is, what sets your company apart? What makes your company great? Why would a candidate want to work there? I think Lori asked that with some of the positions that we had. Ask them about, the employee-employer relationship and culture that they have within their company. And then, of course, you want to do the flip side to make sure that your candidate has the same type of views that the company, that you're looking to place them in that company. So just kind of small things, keep that in mind as you guys are, hey Gloria, I'm glad to see you here, as you guys are growing, hey Renasha, in your business. Okay, another step, the grad's habit is the title. I'll share this look so you guys can see. Y'all don't look at my nails. It's like I didn't get them done. I've been working okay. Somebody say, D, you are not supposed to go without your nails done. I have been literally working and traveling, so y'all forgive me. So the grad's habit, the U.S. workforce now has more college grads than those with high school or less. That's awesome, right? For the first time, 4-year college graduates comprise of a larger share of the workforce than workers with a high school diploma or less, according to the Georgetown University Center on Education and the Workforce. According to the report, America's divided recovery, college haves and have-nots, in 2016, workers with a bachelor's degree or higher comprised 36% of the workforce, while those with a high school diploma or less represent 34%. Workers with more than a high school diploma but less than a bachelor's degree, who are typically employed in middle skilled occupations, comprise the remaining 30% of the workforce. So that's huge, because they're saying for the first time ever, and I have to agree, typically, and let me just say that shows a sign of the times, right? Because we're now in a place where professional solutions, which is what I teach, professional solutions, is where it's at. You need a degree to function in IT in most cases, in healthcare in most cases, in engineering in most cases. This world is full of technology, right? So we're in a place and a time now where that degree means a whole lot. I know here in Atlanta, and every city is different, but here in Atlanta, hiring managers want to hire people with a degree, and they're pretty adamant about it. So I know you guys heard me talk about it before. Sometimes I'll have a hiring manager who I can have two of the same type of candidates, same everything, one with a degree, one without. They'll always choose the one with a degree and kind of look snooty to the one who does not have a degree, which I think is kind of weird, right? So just keep that in mind, that it's serious business when if your candidates have a degree, or you're sourcing for a candidate and you come across one who doesn't have a degree. Not to say that you overlook them, but you just need to know that 9 times out of 10, that employer is going to be looking for someone with a degree. Now, that's not all employers. Remember, we had a hiring manager come on our call when we went live on blab.io or blab.im or whatever. And he said in a heartbeat, he would choose someone who did not have a degree over someone who did if they had a good work ethic. Can you guys see me good? The lighting is like super crazy today on Facebook Live. So I know all my chocolate is just like coming through, but I hope you guys can see me good. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So they talk about candidate remarketing, which we talk about a little bit in the academy. I think we'll definitely need to do a live event on that. Something that I just kind of wanted to talk about. I get this a lot. I'm so thankful that they put this article in, because I don't know how many times I have to tell my staffingpreneurs, this is not cool. Do you see this? Don't cold call. Hello, is everybody seeing that? Don't cold call. Cold calling is dead. I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care what articles you read. Cold calling is dead. This article starts off like this. Just go with me with this. As a talent acquisition leader, I receive several unsolicited calls a day from vendors who want to do business with us. They often are quick to emphasize all the value that they add to the process. That sound familiar? I find that interesting, because I cannot imagine a scenario where that would work for me. I understand that it must work for some leaders, or else the salespeople would not continue with this method of business development. For me, the decision to form a partnership is deliberate and specific. I would never decide on a vendor partner because of a cold call. Do you guys hear what I'm telling you? Do you hear this? It's in the book. I'm trying to tell you guys. I also wonder whether the vendor realizes the subtlety, and I said that wrong, SUBTLETY, of the transaction. When I answer a cold call, the vendor really has no competition, because there's nothing to compete over. I am generally not going to spend money unless I have a need. And if I have a need, I know the agencies that have taken the time to learn about my business and who have performed well enough to earn my repeat business. Alicia said, yes, laugh out loud. Once I do decide that I have a need and that I'm going to partner with an agency, that is when the competition starts. Now that I have agreed to pay a fee, the money can literally go to anyone. Surprisingly, some vendors don't always seem to understand that. I am actively courted until the contract is signed, but then I don't hear from them again. Meanwhile, their competition now knows that I can spend, and they actively offer incentives such as reduction in fees or extended services. At the point that I agree to use a partner, the emphasis shifts from getting my business to keeping it. It also should shift from keeping it to drive their sales up, which I often feel is their goal, to providing better service to fill my needs, which would result in higher total sales for them over time. I would imagine that the staffing leaders who read this would totally understand this concept. But my question is, how do you know what your teams know and understand that different? And let me repeat that again because I kind of got stumbled. She says, I would imagine that the staffing leaders who read this would totally understand this concept. But my question is, how do you know what your teams know and understand that difference? Do you check on them? Do you regularly perform quality checks or customer surveys to ensure that the corporate values and directions are being followed? Do you measure those results? How do you ensure that your sales teams are being held accountable to provide the proper levels of service and deliver the correct message? Okay. If your primary measurement of the capability of your salespeople is measured solely in sales volume, then I think you may be missing the point. So that was just kind of a starting point there to kind of give you guys an idea of what hiring managers do not want to see. When we did the DC Live boot camp and when we did the Dallas Live boot camp, I did not do cold calls. And I have throughout the course of the year, against my own will and my own good judgment. But I talked to one of my mentors and they said, Dee, if you don't like cold calling, why are you teaching it to your staffingpreneurs? And I said, well, because they expect it. And they said, but just because they expect it doesn't mean that you teach it. And so I stopped. And I know they were waiting to get that, to hear that call, but cold calls do not work. You understand? She started it out clearly, or it's a he, Kevin. I receive several unsolicited calls a day from vendors who want to do business with us. Okay, so they don't want to do business with somebody who's cold calling. So my question to you is, what are you doing differently? What type of measures are you taking to develop real relationships with these hiring managers? And what type of research are you conducting before you reach out to them? Not just on the company, but on the hiring manager to find that commonality. Now, each and every one of you, even though we have the splits board, and I want y'all to work the splits board, and I want y'all to work the jobs and all that great stuff, you should all be diving into books that are going to help you grow and understand how to develop business. This is one of my favorite books. It was published this year. I think Ashley Harrison, I told her to read the book. She's like, Dee, Darren there says everything that you've been saying in the academy for years. That's fine, because I use methods that are not just mine. They're everyone. So this book is called How to Get a Meeting with Anyone. It's by Stu Hennick. I would suggest it's an audible version. If you don't like to read, you can listen to it in your car while you're on your way to and from different places. Your car should be your university. So this is one great book that you want to catch on to and to learn how to develop business. Another book that I love right here, I'm going to share with you. It's called Great Leads, the 6 Easiest Ways to Start Any Sales Message. This is by Michael Masterson and John Forday. This is another book that you definitely want to check out when you get a chance. And I've kind of held it up for a while so you guys can see. I'm just showing you different things that I read that should help you. Here's another book right here called Connecting with the In Crowd, how to network, hang out, and play online with millionaires online. Brandon Wade. This is an excellent book. You see, I've got notes in here. So, I tells you that I've been reading this book pretty aggressively. This book right here, I don't have any notes in because I listen to the audio version. And when a book is good on Audible, then I go buy the hard book so that I can mark it up. Another good book here that you want to look at is The Ultimate Guide to Opening Sales Conversations. Fanatical Prospect. It's Fanatical prospecting, the ultimate guide to opening sales conversations and filling the pipeline by leveraging social selling, telephone, email, text, and cold calling by Jeb Blunt. This is another great book that you can check out. I'm probably not going to have time to text the name of the books today. I apologize. I have another meeting as soon as I get off of here. I'm typically in thousands of meetings, but you can check back here on the video. It's live here on Facebook. It's YouTube. I'll upload it into the Academy. So that's another book. And then I have a ton of books over here in regards to email marketing, building your email marketing list. So my point is that you should not be doing this. You should not be cold calling. What do you know about your client? Okay, a lot of people get in this business because they see all the money they can make and they're like, oh, I gotta, you want to rush through everything. But the reality is when you don't take your time to do the research to find out who your client is and what their needs are, you're completely dropping the ball, and you're going to find yourself literally being hung up on or not being taken seriously. When next month we're launching the Staffing Startup.tv podcast, where we're going to be talking to staffingpreneurs about all the successes that they've had in their business. I cannot wait until you guys hear what Ashley Howe is doing in Dallas, Texas. She's going to be our first guest, and I'm telling you, she's doing some major things and getting responses back. And I actually had her live during my DC boot camp, and she was blowing them away. They were like taking notes and everything. So I'm really excited to introduce you guys to her, because she's rocking it out in her business. She's traveling. And every time she goes somewhere, she gets excited. She starts building business in the state that she's traveling in. So really great stuff. I just wanted to share those things with you. I have so much to share, but this is really your call. I like to start off with some good knowledge and some information to get you guys started. I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day. I hope your week so far has been great. So now I'm going to just open the lines up and give you guys an opportunity to ask any questions that you may have in regards to your business. Not just ask questions, but I want you to share your failures. Not just share your failures, but I want you to share your successes. And we need praise reports galore. I know I'm raising 2 weeks. Where do you guys want to get started? Let's get this thing going. Woo! Staffingpreneurs. Yes, I love it. This is the time, guys, right now. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up my Facebook group. Should I purchase the contracts bundle? Yeah, you should. I mean, you definitely want to be able, you should really be in the, Shayla, because the thing is that will help guide you. That's a great question. So her question one, Shayla, I believe you're but you're in Staffing Blitz. Entrepreneurs Academy is where, and if you get it at the Basic Plus package, then you'll get the contracts, the manual, and I'll show you the manual. Although don't laugh at me about my manual, because I still hold on 1 second, I'm at my desk, to the point that it has like completely fallen apart. And that tells you how much I use my manual. But this is the manual. As you can see, it's pretty thick. And so you definitely want to be able to get the copy of the manual so that you'll know, you'll be able to look at things. The cool thing about, thank you so much, Tia. She said one of the best investments she's made. The cool thing about Staffingpreneurs Academy is when you get to module 3 through 8, I believe, it's all video. And the thing is, as you guys know, when I talk, I'm giving you not just how to do things, but I'm giving you the psychology around recruiting and staffing, which a lot of people don't get to see in a typical training session when you're talking about staffing and recruiting. And you have to understand this is a people business. So there has to be a level of psychology around how you're talking to your candidates, how you are interacting with your candidates, how you're talking to your clients, how you're interacting with your clients. So it's just super important that you get that additional in there as well. So that was a great question, and thank you. Ade says I concur. Thank you. It's a one-time payment of $5.99 for the basic plus package. That price is going to eventually go up because we are growing so aggressively in the professional solutions space, and we want to make sure that we're bringing people into the academy who are not going to just come and sit. Because like I said, we have over 650 staffingpreneurs registered in the system. Only about 150 are active within the group. And even there, you have some people that kind of come in and out. And we want people who are excited, who want to be involved, and who enjoy the love of being in a community. And if you are in the Staffingpreneurs Academy group, my team put together a new Facebook cover that shows the face of every staffingpreneur. I started crying literally when I saw the cover, and then I put it in the group and they just went ham. They just went crazy. They're like, oh man, that was the best. And I think I want to get a t-shirt made with everybody. I don't know if I can do that because I didn't get a release, but it just felt so good. So many times we start a business and you don't really have that community of people. They're supporting you and encouraging you and to help you to continue to move. And that's one of the things that literally we're a community. We're a community of entrepreneurs who share the same likeness. We have groups that are forming. I know, I'm sorry, Ade, that are forming all over the country. We have a Houston group. We have a DC, Maryland, Virginia group. I'm trying to get this Dallas group off. I don't know who's going to manage the Dallas group. I think maybe we'll get Manjeet when he comes out of his procedure, which by the way was awesome. So we have so many different, things going on and regarding our community that it's just freaking awesome. And then you get to grow and make money and impact lives and all that great stuff. So I absolutely love it. Okay. Pamela says the cover is awesome. I give my consent for the tee. Thanks, Pam. I really definitely would love to wear that on my t-shirt. I'll probably sleep in that sucker, because that thing is just so warming. It just feels so good to see everybody in there. And I mean, I'm pointing everybody's faces out. I'm like, oh. Okay. No, D. You know what? We did have a North Carolina group. They met one time, I think. Renasha, how many times did you guys meet? And then I don't think they met again. Renasha, I do know Renasha is in North Carolina. I don't know. And I think Lori Jones is in North Carolina. I'm not sure who else, but the North Carolina group definitely needs to come together. We've got a lot of newbies who want to join. So if North Carolina is coming together, then let's y'all come together. Atlanta, we need to come together. I'm right here. Y'all don't want to be in a group with me? I've been asking that for months. Right? The DC, Maryland, and Virginia group is coming together. So I really want you guys to come together. And the reason why is, although we are together in the academy as a whole, if you guys come together at least once a month, to kind of talk about ideas, maybe hold networking events, invite hiring managers, have a panel. You can do so many amazing things. Oh my gosh, when you guys come together. My goal is not to keep you separated. My goal is to keep you guys together so that you are growing your businesses together. You're impacting the world together. You are making money together. I'm literally in the middle of a live call. It's just y'all guys. He's a famous trumpet player. Okay. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. That's what those individual groups are about. So you guys can stay connected in each individual location. Okay. So let's do that. Lori says we met once. Renash and I just talk on the phone. India is in North Carolina. She wants to meet. I think we have a couple of other people in North Carolina that want to meet. So Lori, y'all come together so that you guys can create events. It only takes 2 people to start a group. You don't need 50,000 people to start a group. If you can put on I'm telling you, there are many places that will host a happy hour on your behalf. There are many places that will will donate free space for you guys to have some type of live panel about about careers, about resume writing, about how to hire the right staff. Maybe it's specific to your niche. You can do so many different things to help grow. Clearly, clearly these hiring managers are not interested in that. So what other ideas are you guys coming up with that's going to be beneficial for you to meet the right people? And that's what business development, that's what sales and business development literally is all about. So let's get it started, y'all. Let's get it started. Tia says, I'm in Indiana, but willing to travel to surrounding states. We've got a couple of people in Indiana. Are there any Houston staffingpreneurs in the house? Day, are you kidding me? Houston was on fire. I was just there a couple of weeks ago, and we had a live training in Houston. I didn't do a pop-up, but I said, before I go to Dallas, I'm going to stop into Houston. And we met at my hotel and networking. And we actually, if you are a staffingpreneur, Day, and I don't know off the top of my head, so please don't take that offensively. If you're a staffingpreneur, then you do have the ability to join the Houston Staffingpreneur group. If you're not, you got to join the academy so you can get involved. So Alicia said, hell yeah, Houston in the house. I love it. And I'll actually be back in Houston in, I believe, September. I have to go and look at that date, but I will be back in Houston around that time as well. And I will be coming back to the DC area to join them in their, maybe their second or third meetup that they're doing there. So that's another thing when you guys are doing these local groups, then I want to show up. I want to come there. I want to help support you. This is what I get paid to do. I want to help you develop whatever event you're having. I want to reach out to people in the industry to see if we can get those things going. This is important. It should be important to you. It's very important to me. So get your groups going. A Day, there is not a Dallas team yet, but we've got Felicia there. We've got Manjeet there. We've got, yes, honey, you need to be there, Day. We've got so many people in Dallas. The Dallas class was full. We almost said we had about 10 people in the Dallas class. So, and that's just a small number of people who are in Dallas. So connect. Horace is here. Look, Horace said, I'm here. Horace said, you are not about to leave me out, D. Horace is there in Dallas. So the Dallas group, they got some fire up under them. You got Lynette, she's there. She's hilarious. Let me just tell you, she kept all of us in stitches. You got Latasha. Latasha's there, aka I can't remember her alias name. You got Meredith there. I mean, you've got a whole crew there. I'm not sure where Tori is. He's traveling. I'm not sure where he's located. I think he's in North Carolina though. So there's a lot of people that are around. India said DC is a 4-hour drive from Raleigh. I go to the meetup there. She said if y'all not meeting in North Carolina, then she's willing to go to the DC group. She just wants to get involved in one of the local groups. So North Carolina, y'all better get y'all stuff together because y'all got new staffingpreneurs coming in ready to rock it out. I love it. Okay, India said, well, hell, I'm moving to Texas. And listen, I've been thinking about it. I really like Houston a lot. I like the weather there. It's nice and hot. Tia said, if anybody is in Indianapolis, I have access to a nice venue to do job fairs. Remember, Classic is the next big event, so let's do this. All right, so Tia's ready to shut it down in the Indiana space. Tia, I'm coming out to Indiana. We can do Classic together. It only takes 2 people to get an event going, okay? So we'll just do something like that. Lori said she's going to post something in the Academy for North Carolina. Lori, if you can just create a group, a North Carolina group, make me an admin, and you can be an admin as well, but make me an admin as well. We'll get a cover up, and then I'll post it out there for anyone who is in the North Carolina area to get involved. So we can do this. Horace, I would never forget you. I would never leave you out. Don't even try that. One of my favorite staffingpreneurs for sure, I tell you. All right, awesome. Any more questions? So we know we getting our groups going and moving. I'm like, any failures? Can we celebrate some failures? Anything that has failed? Now, I would like to share a failure if y'all don't mind, because I got a praise report and I got failures. I would like to celebrate all of the above, okay? If y'all don't, do y'all mind, or is this just for y'all? Can I share? I don't see anybody else posting failures. I don't see any. I don't see anybody else posting. Okay, thanks, Trudy. I appreciate you, Trudy. Okay, so, and I gotta go into the term entrepreneur orgasms I was having because it was just like so many like great things going on. One of the clients, we have put them on hold, and so that was kind of a disappointment. Hold on one second. I hope everything is okay. Okay, great. That was kind of a disappointment to me that that we put that client on hold because you know, I am a, what do you call it? I am a overachiever. So I was a little disappointed that things didn't work out. The hopes changed a little bit, but it wasn't enough transparency there. Value us and value my staffingpreneurs. So that's kind of my failure. It hasn't failed completely, but I feel like there were things that I could have probably done a little bit differently that I didn't do, and I'm learning. So the reality is that failures help you to grow. They help you to grow, and they should not be looked at as, oh man, you know, look what happened to me. I am no good. It shouldn't be like that. It should be more like, I'm so thankful that I had an opportunity to experience this so that the next time this situation comes up, I'll know how to handle that. And so this, you know, I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. All right. So that's Dee's failure. Woo! Go Dee! That's right, y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I'm growing. That's right, Shakina. It's simply failing forward. And I feel good. You know, even now, after all of that, I've learned so much. I took notes, and I said, okay, when the situation comes again, I'll know. So that was really good. So that's my failure. Anybody else want to share a failure? And while you're typing that in, I'm going to answer some of the questions that are coming through. If anything has not worked in your business, I don't care how big or how small, please share it. We want to be able to celebrate your failures just as much as we want to celebrate your successes. Okay, so we have one on YouTube, and thank you so much, Kim, for chatting with us here on YouTube. This is our first live YouTube webcast. Woo! And I'm really excited because typically I do this on GoToWebinar, and then I like have to convert the recording, upload the recording. It's like so much I have to do with it. So to have the opportunity to just stream it live and everybody can go in and see the replay is freaking awesome. So Kim, thanks so much for being here. She says, Dee, if you're on LinkedIn, I would like to connect with you, please. I'm still trying to land my first client. I haven't due until December to make this business successful. Kim, I have thousands of people in my invitation box on LinkedIn. LinkedIn will not allow me to connect with anyone else because I've hit my 30,000 first level connection limit. However, what I would like to encourage you to do, you see here we're on this live call. I would encourage you to join Staffingpreneurs Academy, honestly, because not just for the training to help you learn your first, land your first client, but because there's a full community here, and everyone does things differently. They have their own spin to their business, and when you put a question in the group, I mean, everyone is more than helpful about answering questions and giving you advice and different things like that. And that's where I do a lot of my coaching as well. Also, I don't know what your niche is, Kim, but I would also look into joining staffingpreneursplits.com because we do have job orders available there. And so sometimes when you're having a challenge landing your first client, one of the strategies that I have in Staffingpreneurs Academy, as well as in the manual, is to start with a splits board so you can get some income coming in while you're developing the relationships with your clients. Because again, there is no cold calling, right? We don't cold call. So developing a relationship takes time. It takes time. You have to, it's just like dating. I use this all the time. People laugh at me, but it's literally just like dating. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you're not going to just walk up to somebody, and y'all know how I am, slap them on the booty and say, you coming home with me? We're going to do it and get married tomorrow. It like doesn't happen that way. You know, what happens is you take the time to get to know them. There's some phone calls, some texting going on. There is coffee, a walk in the park. I don't know how people date today. I need to know. That's what I would like, at least for a date, if somebody wanted to date me, is, you know, to take their time and just kind of get to know me. And then over time, you kind of loosen up a little more. Hey, Stacy. Stacy said, I'm in the house. So, you know, I just want to kind of keep that in mind. Old school recruiting and staffing is cold calling, and hiring managers do not like that anymore. All right. So keep that in mind. I see a failure coming in. Woo! Okay, hold on. I want to answer some questions. Okay, so it's simply okay. I would like to work the CNA splits for Missouri. Do I need to email Amanda? No, we just haven't put them up just yet. We just had the call with the client today at 3:15, and so we've just been going. So the jobs will go up, and you can just automatically work the jobs when they're put into the system. They'll go into the system sometime tonight, first thing tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for that, Tia. Ade says, when you come into OKC, probably I got to check in with my OKC family. It will be sometime this year. I'm not sure. It may be over the Thanksgiving break because my daughter is back in school. So I have to kind of create my schedule around her at this point. But a day, you and I, we don't have to meet in person. We can still meet online. We only have, I think, a day and a half left. So you don't have to wait until I come there to get everything, especially when your company is new. Well, in my opinion, testimonies, when you start your testimonials out, they come from people who know who you are. So the testimonial definitely doesn't have to be in regards to your services. It should be more about your character, right? The character of the company or the character of the person that is running the company. And then as you are making placements and developing relationships with companies, then you should ask for a referral, same way they do on LinkedIn. You can also take your LinkedIn testimonials or recommendations and put those on your website as well, as long as you cite that they came from LinkedIn. And then that would encourage them to go to your LinkedIn page. So they'll keep that in mind. That was an excellent question today. Thank you so much. Hold on. What else do I want to say? Gloria says, hey, D, I'm in Chicago and wanting to connect with other entrepreneurs here to learn this and to learn and network. I'm new at this and want to break through. Can you connect me with some of the other staffingpreneurs here? Gloria, just go. I don't know how active you are in the Facebook group, but I would encourage you to get into the Facebook group and start to talk to some of the other staffingpreneurs there. And we can definitely get a staffingpreneurs group going in the Chicago area. For any and all of the staffingpreneurs that are there as well. I have the basic program. How do I download my business files and others for the business? You have to go into the bonus materials, and then you see digital downloads, and then all your files should be there. Great questions, Gloria. Thank you. I am truly happy, D, that you did not allow me to quit. I so love your enthusiasm. I have to connect with the community. I'm glad you are not quitting. Quitting is not an option. All right. It's not an option. This, like, the moment you quit is like when you're like so close to getting, exactly what you want. Like, I don't know how many people understand that, but like, and whenever you're thinking about quitting, you're so close, and you don't even realize how close you are because you quit. So you've got to stay in the game. You understand? It took me a year to get Identifies Consulting off of the ground, and everybody in the industry knew me. It has taken 2 years to get the momentum that we have here right now, almost 3 with Staffingpreneurs Academy. But you know what? I get on these live calls. Y'all see me. I drive my Facebook feed bonkers. And I know I do because somebody got on here tonight and was like, what is this about? Like, I have almost 5,000 friends on Facebook. I drive these people crazy, okay? I'm always talking about Staffingpreneurs Academy, but that's me loving my business and loving in my business. And when you really love your business and you really love what you do and you're passionate about it, then, the business will unfold and things will just start to fall into place. So giving up is not an option. Mwah! I'm so glad you're still here, Gloria. Okay, so now we're going to go in. We got questions coming in. Thank you so much for the love on Facebook. Y'all hit those little likes, because the more you do that, the more Facebook will push it up the stream. And we want to get more staffingpreneurs in here. Woo! Okay. All right, awesome. Trudy is celebrating a failure. Ooh, okay, great. Hold on. I have a failure. Hold on one second. I got to pull this up because I like failures. I have a failure. One of the companies I put in an MSA and rate sheet into contacted me to tell me that they chose another agency because my pricing was 50 cents too high. Now, Trudy, that's some bullshit. Excuse my French, but that's insane. But they will use us as a backup agency. So that's awesome. They did not see our value. And the crazy part is I worked with the HR manager in previous companies, and I just knew that was a shoe in. Lesson learned is stand by your rates and stand for your value. But I am a second, and I sent a message back to him excited about being backup. I have him on rotation too. I'm going to get that client come hell or high water. Yes, Trudy. Yes, congratulations on your failure. I love it. But you know what? That wasn't even a real failure because you became a backup. And not only did you become a backup, they're going to need that backup. And they're going to see your real value, and they're going to be pissed off that they did not choose you as a front runner or as a solid partner. I'm so thankful for your failure though, because you learned a lesson and you're going to continue to grow. So let's give Trudy a hand for that failure. Woo! Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what they say. Yeah, Trudy on Facebook, they're going crazy. All right, awesome. Okay, so here is another a failure. Obi, a failure for me was realizing how fear was stopping me from doing anything. I signed up in May and I didn't do anything, but coming to the DC boot camp re-inspired me. Thank you, Dee, for the encouragement. Yes, I love that. I love it when people are fearful about this business. I love it when people are fearful about business as a whole, because it is really where you really fear. To me, it's where you draw the line in the sand, and it's am I going to do this or am I not going to do this? And, I'm not going to go into the whole fear thing because I went into it in DC, but I just know that when you're fearful, the only thing, you can only do two things. You can either stay stagnant or move forward. And most people aren't going to stay stagnant long, because the reason why they even had the idea of starting the business is because they were sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? Well, when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and you're staying stagnant, sometimes it takes you being sick and tired of 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 being sick and tired. You understand what I'm saying? And so you really, I just think that's awesome. And Obi, I just want to give another hand for her failure and her success all at the same time. Woo! I need some clapping sounds here to help me, right? So that's awesome. I love that. And I'm so glad that you're in it. Yes, Trudy, she says, feel the fear and do it anyway. We have t-shirts coming out saying that. We have t-shirts coming out saying that. We have t-shirts coming out saying that. So y'all might want to get those t-shirts. Obi, you might want to get that t-shirt. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Hello. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! I got that fire going right there. Okay. Pam says, Trudy, you are sounding like a beast and I'm learning from you. Trudy is a beast. Let me just keep it real, Pam. I mean, Trudy is just she get that ball, bop. She just knocks it right on out of the park. And she's doing that high five, Trudy. High five, high five, high five. Ooh, I got to give her some love right there. I am working on my webpage and having it developed. I must sign up for a Facebook business page and sign up with LinkedIn. with the business name. So don't forget, when you sign up on LinkedIn and Facebook, you've got to use for your business accounts, you've got to use your personal account in order to get the business account. Don't be afraid of that. They can't see your personal page. They will still only be able to see your business page. So I just wanted to share that with you. I am in the medical field and okay, we don't talk about that. I'm not. We don't do that here, honey bunny. I'm so sorry, Gloria. I'm not even going to read that one. That one doesn't work in this on this phone call. Not in this academy. Okay, Trudy says thanks, Pam. All right. So hey, Lori. Lori's one of my favorite people. We have questions on here. I was recruiting for a CPA manager position and I missed a great candidate because I didn't follow up. This is a failure. When I did follow up, she was no longer interested. Needless to say, I learned quickly how important the follow-ups are, even if the candidates aren't a good fit or get rejected from positions. Lesson learned for sure. I put a sticky note on my mirror to follow up with candidates, and I follow up with a couple of candidates per day. Woo! Let's share that. That's a failure right there. Celebrate that failure. Yes. Listen, that is major. Do you understand, India? That is major. Anybody who knows me and that hears me train and coach, we talk about there's fortune in the follow-up. Use your rotation schedule. Your rotation schedule is not just for your clients, but it is also for your candidates. Every time you get on the phone with a candidate, every time you get on the phone with a client, immediately after you hang up that call, immediately after you send that email, the first thing you want to do is put the notes in your ATS and you want to tag another calendar date so that you'll know that you need to contact this person again over a period of time. Now, sometimes it's going to be the next day. Sometimes it's going to be later in the week. Sometimes it's going to be later in the month. Sometimes it's going to be later in the year, but you must follow up. This business will not work. This business will fail every time. You want to have a failing staffing agency? I'll tell you the quickest way to do that. No follow-up. You want to know the quickest way to fail in this business? No follow-up. And I'm not beating up on you, India, because this is a major major failure, but yet a major success for you. And it's a major success for everybody else who's listening to this video or on this call live. You've got to follow up. You've got to follow up. And if you do it the way I just told you to do it, then your call list will create itself within your ATS over time. Y'all should see my legs going under the table. Like, I'm excited. I can't get it out. So I love the fact that you experienced that. That was a major failure. I mean, a major one, but a one that resulted in a major success. As Shakina said, you failed forward. You learned a lesson. You understood, hey, this is something I do not want to do again, right? And so I am so thankful for your failure, and I just want to give you some extra love there. There we go. Yes, we got to celebrate those failures. That's what I'm talking about. The question was asked, what is an ATS? An ATS is an applicant tracking system. It is the technology that you use to manage your candidate flow, to manage your candidates' resumes, to manage your client information. You use it to manage your calendar, your call schedule. You use it to track your reporting for how you're conducting activity within your business. It is the technology that every staffing agency on this planet is using and or should be. I hope that was helpful, my love. Okay. All right. We've got another one. I've been working with the Academy since May. I signed up for the splits this month. It's slow, but Rome wasn't built in one day, and I'm still determined to succeed. Yes, Tia. Yes, you can do this. It is your time. I don't know if you know it, but you can do this. You got it. You've got all the support that you need to grow in your business today. It is your time. Any suggestions about where to obtain your logos? Oh my gosh, that's like everywhere. You can go to Upwork. You can go to Fiverr. You can go to where else, guys? Where y'all getting y'all logos at? I mean, you can go, oh, she ready with her praise report. Let me just tell you. She said, time out for these failures, D. I'm ready for my praise report. I can't wait to tell you her praise report too. I'm like excited. Okay. So there are a number of places that you can go. There was somebody within the academy a day, a young lady, she put a name here. She just, yes. She says, now I'm plugging someone here on Facebook. I don't know if she's on here watching this, but she's on Facebook. Michelle and Albert got their logo done for them, and people are loving that logo. It was seen by 92 people. It got a 5 likes, 19 comments. It's Nakia, Nakia Graphics on Facebook. They do pretty decent logos. If anybody else wants to plug in the company who did their logos, let us know. We're more than happy to boot camps boots us up to greatness. Yes, I like that. Boots you up to greatness. That's what I'm talking about. Let's just see. That's my Lori. Hey, Latasha. Lori says, yes, it's always good to celebrate failure. That's how we learn. Yes. India said, yeah, it was. I was so sad, but honey, I learned. And honey, you'll never forget that. The first time, it's only been one time, maybe 1.5, that I had a major failure in my recruiting and staffing career that I felt like really impacted me. And I sat at my desk and cried, like real tears in real life. My feelings was hurt, was when I didn't get the right to represent signed. I lost like a $38,000 placement because I didn't take the time to get the right to represent signed. Oh my gosh, that was a major failure and a major learning lesson. Like, it was just bonkers. I mean, I was sitting at my desk like, like really boo-hooing, because I couldn't believe that I made such a rookie move by not having my right to represent signed. And so it's okay. Hey, Shashai, I'm glad you're here. Stacy said, yes, learn from your mistakes. Everyone fails once in a while. And sometimes you fail more than that. I am vegan and I do not eat meat. However, KFC, the Colonel Sanders, I think like 1,500 places this dude went to and everybody turned him down. He was failing. He failed 1,400 times. Do you see what I'm saying? Y'all wouldn't be eating that chicken today if he would have gave up or took that failure super seriously. So it's nothing wrong with failing more than one time. It's nothing wrong. That's how you learn. Think about when you're a child, or if you have a child and you tell them, don't do that. Don't put your hand on that fire. And they do it and they get burned and they come back and then they go back and do it again. And then they do it. And sometimes it takes you 2 or 3 times to get the lesson. But once you get it, you get it. Women, I think, experience that all the time when we date crappy guys. It's like we got to date 3 or 4 or 5 crappy guys before we realize, okay, I got to have some standards. You know what I'm saying? Not me, but y'all just know. Y'all know that the ladies can relate. So, sometimes it just takes time. But once you get the lesson, and it's okay. You realize, okay, I rub my little bald head and I say, you did good. You learned your lesson. Now let's keep it moving, right? Okay, good. All right. Are we ready for our praise reports? Because they're coming in. I want y'all to start listing your praise reports, listing your praise reports, listing your praise reports. I don't know. I'm going to start off with you guys and I'm going to end it with my praise report, because I feel like I never chime in. So today we're going to chime in. All right. Are y'all ready? I'm like amped up. We need some startup. Dun, 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 dun. Pam, you like my music? You like my music, Pam? Dun, 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 dun. Praise report. Praise report. Praise report. Praise report. I really, really, really got to get a song on that one. Trudy said I'm over here dancing. Okay, so let's start off with Trudy's praise report. In the last 2 weeks, we placed 15 contract workers. Wow! Go, Trudy! Yes! 15 contract workers the week before last. And then last week, we placed another 8 contract workers, bringing our contract workers to a total of 74 4 in the oil and gas industry, which is still very slow. Go, Trudy! Woo! Praise! Report! Praise! All right. Trudy, that is awesome. I love that. I'm over here sweating. I'm like on fire. They're talking about, wow, Trudy. They're talking about big money. Bowing down. She said she's getting it in too. They said no. Pam said no, for real. We need a song. We do need a song. I love you, Gloria. Gloria's laughing. Gloria is laughing at me, and Lori is over here cracking up. I'm talking about, India said, you are doing that darn thing, girl. Lori Struby said, go, Trudy, money, 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 you go, girl. Stacey Adams said, lucky, congratulations. Obi says, wow. Betty says, Trudy, that is awesome. Do it, girl. Pam said, wow, big money, T. Lori says, yeah, Trudy. Shala says she got all types of stuff going. Trudy, you did that thing. I'm talking praise. Report. Praise. Oh, yes, I love it. That's what I'm talking about. That is way awesome, Jonathan says. All right, I love it, guys. Okay, we got another praise report. Y'all put your praise reports in. All right, and listen, where I come in and just like take control. Where are my brothers? Where are my guys out here that are showing the sisters how it's done? What y'all up to? Y'all gonna just let the ladies sing? Trudy said, bring it, boys. She said she ain't even trying. What's up, y'all? She ready for y'all. I'm having so much fun tonight. Oh my God. Do y'all see why I love my job? Do you see why I really genuinely just love my job? Like, it's nothing better. John said, all in good time. All in good time, Trudy. He said, keep talking that smack. He said, it's coming, Trudy. It's coming. All right. We got some friendly competition going on here. All right. I absolutely love it. Okay. So now we've got some more praise reports here. Praise report. So I've been a member of the Splits Board for 2.5 weeks now. I submitted my very first candidate and I was held on to it. And I held on to it for a few days because I was so nervous about my write-up. Congratulations. Woo! India. Praise. Report. Woo! Yes, that's what I'm talking about. No, I have not been drinking. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Lori said, girls rule. Okay, we got another praise report here. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Okay, wait a minute. We got some smack talking. Trudy said, throwing that shade. John said, cool deal. Trudy said, whoa, India, you go, girl. All right, India, you are getting love, India. I love it. 2.5 weeks and she's already submitting her first candidate. That is absolutely amazing. That is amazing. I love it. All right, we've got another one from Lori Struby. She's one of my favorite people. I keep telling y'all because she gave this to me and it's just like, I love this thing so much. Everywhere I go, people want to take it. And I just look extra beautiful because it's on. And I'm like, mwah, Lori, for real, in real life, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I just had to say that. Okay, now, she says business. She's been in business for 1 year as of September 1st. Congratulations. Woo! She has hit her 1 year mark. I mean, that's right around the corner. Yes. Does that not give you guys hope? Like 1 year, she hit her 1 year mark. Like, I love that. Lori is actually one of my one-on-one clients and I'm so proud of her. Okay, I got to keep her praise report going. Okay. Total revenue, $150K. Wow. 87% retention rate. Wow. All roles filled. Requisition a candidate start date, 45 days or less. Most were 30 days or less. Some of those were IT. Some of those were IT roles and they were kind of tough. Whoa, thank you, D. Much love. Now to double that. Yes, go Lori. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Now, just for all of you guys who don't know, traditional recruiting model. She is recruiting on her kind of her own custom recruiting model. So her focus has been really to focus solely on small businesses versus the larger businesses. However, and I hope she doesn't beat me up for saying this. However, Lori has decided, since the majority of her clients are larger businesses, that she's going to kind of do her role. So she's going to have one type of business model for the smaller businesses and maybe the traditional model for the larger businesses. I think that's what we talked about in Texas. So we can only imagine her not doubling her business, but quadrupling the sales in her business over the next 365 days. Woo! Yes, Lori! Praise! Report! Praise! Report! Woo! Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Trudy is over here singing praise report with me. I love that. Lori said, get it, Lori. Trudy said, that's right. Do it, Lori. Pam said, congrats, Lori. Everybody's congrating you. I love that. All right. India says, yes, go, Lori. Girls rule. All right, guys. I'm over here like, whoa. All right. So we're 808. Boom like the 808. And I don't want to kidnap you much longer. I know it sounds like I'm back in Costa Rica again. Listen, y'all know I'm getting ready for Costa Rica next year. It's on like popcorn, and I'm already getting my body together. I'm going extra hard on my workouts every day. So y'all got to work out with me so we can all look fly in our Costa Rica gear, and maybe we should get some Costa Rica bikinis. I don't know, that might be taking it too far, but I'm just saying we can have a lot of fun. So I'm excited. Okay. So my praise report. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Tia said, who rule the world? Girls. She's ready. Yes, I love it. Lori said, yes, I learned placing 100K person and getting paid 6K was bittersweet. Laugh out loud. Charging by the hour instead of 20%. So she was charging by the hour, which in some instances is really good, but in some instances it was kind of hurt. It hurt her business because she missed out on revenue that she could have had. But again, it is still a way. It is still a way for you. She's still able to come back. So one thing I love about her, one, she didn't give up. That's one of the things. Number two, she tried something different. Every time I turn around, I tell you guys, listen, the way that I show you how to start this business is not the end to all. You've got to have your own method of how you want to do this business. It should have your own swag. It should have your own style to it. And one of the things that I love is that she took the time out to see what would work. She tried it for an extended period of time, looked at her losses, looked at her successes, right, her gains, and then said, okay, now this is how I want to make a change to my business. She didn't give up. She didn't beat herself up. She didn't shut the business down. She didn't look at what she made and said it wasn't enough. She said, I see where I am. I see what works. I see what doesn't. Now let me shift my change. Now let me put a shift in my business and watch her grow. She's going to, I'm telling you, Lori is someone, she's a force to be reckoned with. Did you hear what she said her retention rate was, which was crazy? That's a great number. Let me see if I can go back in and see what 87% retention rate. Crazy numbers. You know what I'm saying? So she really rocked that out. And I really just got to give some special love to Lori Strube because she really is putting the work in. And she's testing. That's how businesses work. You've got to test it. When you're talking about developing websites, what do they talk about? Split testing. She's testing. And then you split test to see which page works. And then you use the one that works. I'm going to tell you who split tests on the world every day. And y'all don't even notice it. And that's Google. They split test every day. Every day you go to Google's website, they got something new in the middle of that. They're split testing to see what people like versus what they don't like, and then they make changes and edits based on that. So I love the fact that Lori is not afraid to test. She tested things on her website that didn't go the way she wanted them to, and then she went and made changes based on that. So that is what a real entrepreneur is about. It's about stepping out your comfort zone. It's about not being afraid to fail. It's about seeing what works and what doesn't, and you just got to give her some extra love for that. I love that, Lori. You got that thing, girl. I love that. All right. Now, while I was doing that, I just got to let you know over here and go to webinar in the chat box, Trudy is talking mad smack, okay? I just need y'all to know this. Trudy is over here giving it up over here. She's talking about girls rule, boys rule, and she is not playing. She is like, the brothers better bring it on. They better stop playing. Trudy is hilarious over here. And she's singing with me, just so y'all know. Every time I sing praise report, she's singing it with me. She has me over here giggling like I don't know what. Okay, and then here she goes. She says, D, you are so right. Yes, I own Trio Staffing, but on any given day, you will find me at testing with the candidates. Hard hat, steel toe boots, in shipyards, meeting people to do paperwork, delivering documents myself, etc. People do admire that about Trio Staffing. That is our flavor. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. And listen, people look at me like I'm crazy because I answer the phone. That is my flavor, Trudy. I try to answer as many phone calls as I can in my business. That is my flavor. And I guarantee the majority of you all have talked to me. I've answered the phone when you've called. That is what I do in my business. Trudy, she goes in, she's in the shipyard, she's doing it. That's her flavor. Lori Strube said, mad smack, Trudy, love it, girl. Let me just tell you, that's how you grow. You can't look, sound, feel, be like every other business on the block and expect to have a different result than everyone else. It doesn't work that way, especially in 2016 where there's innovation everywhere. You've got to think out of your box. If you're looking for to some type of, some type of, standard, you're in the wrong business. You should not be an entrepreneur if you're looking for standard. You should be an employee. And I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just letting you know if you're looking to do something exactly the way somebody else is doing it, you should be an employee because they set up systems for you that way. But if you're talking about being an entrepreneur, you've got to not be afraid to test things. You've got to not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone, to step out of your box, and to give your own little swag. Y'all see my D swag going to your business. That's what it's talking about. Lori said, good flair, personal touch, and flavor, Trudy. I love it. That is what it's about. That's what I'm talking about. Trudy said, and you need to get up and be there earlier than anyone else. Early bird gets the worm. I just told somebody today, I called them. It was 11 o'clock. And they was like, I'm just waking up. I say, honey, we've been up for 4 hours already. We've been up for 4 hours. You got to be up early. You got to be up early and ready and waiting. 4:30 a.m. is my number. I got to work out. You know what I'm saying? I got to meditate. I got to eat my veggie shake. It's things that you've got to do. You've got to get up. Sometimes I've got meetings early in the a.m. Sometimes I just need complete silence so that I can gather my thoughts so that I can handle whatever's taking place throughout the course of the day. I am a bookworm. This is what I like to do before I address the world. I like to read a book. I need to be able to have something to talk about when I'm talking to you guys, to talk about when I'm talking to my clients. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm single now. Who's going to talk to me? All right. Trudy said dinner time is 11. 4:45 is her number and getting up in the morning. I'm just trying to tell you the early bird gets the worm. You understand? The early bird gets the worm. So if you're talking about being an entrepreneur, you got to talk about what are you doing to challenge yourself? What are you doing to push the envelope? Lori, I know I shower. She said, well, remember to shower. It can happen when you get so into your business. That's very true. Now, she just said some real ish right there. When you work from home and you're like going all the time, and if you're like me and you like genuinely enjoy what you do and you like get up and start your day, you can't forget to shower until late in the afternoon. But that's okay as long as you shower. Don't let everybody smell what you got going on, okay? I know that's right. Oh, Trudy said also don't forget to brush your teeth. Yes, do not forget to brush your teeth and make sure you floss. This is hilarious. This conversation is hilarious. This is like my entrepreneur orgasm conversation, right? Okay. Lori says, yes, it does. Up early too. So you'll see kind of a constant trend with the successful staffingpreneurs, that they get up early, that they push themselves, that they're challenging themselves, that they're testing things in their business. You guys want to know how to excel? To listen to what the people who are doing successful in their business and see what they're doing. She said, we're giving up all of our secrets, but I think these are good secrets to give up. Even if you are missing a shower or two or a brush or two throughout the course of the day, are you loving what you're doing? Are you loving your business? Are you loving, not just loving the business as a whole, are you loving in your business, loving on your business enough for you to want to keep going? Like, that's what's important when you are an entrepreneur. That's the difference between an employee and an employer. An employee dreads, for the most part. There's some who really love their job, and I'm not knocking them. I love them. We need those because our business would not function if we didn't have great employees out there. But this call is specifically to the entrepreneurs or the individuals who believe they're entrepreneurs. Are you really an entrepreneur is a question that you want to ask yourself on a consistent basis. You understand? Because that means that you have to be willing to not sleep some nights. That means you have to be willing to get up extra early. That means that you have to be willing to ensure that you're loving yourself through your health and the foods that you eat and all those things and the information that you're putting in your mind. That means you got to be willing to turn that TV off. That means you got to be willing to switch the radio station from music to an audible book so that you're feeding your mind, right? Y'all know I get excited about these things. All right. Tia says, I judge a nighttime job and network until 12 p.m. Then I sleep. She's got a schedule. She knows what she's doing. I love Tiana because she's another one. She had no problem with working all night long, sleeping for 2 hours, and then diving into her business all day. And she told me one day on the phone, she said, D, I am not going to invest all my time in making somebody else rich and then not do the same thing for myself. I have no desire to continue to work here. I want more for myself, for my family, and I believe I can do it. It's just going to take a little bit of sacrifice in the beginning. And sometimes that's all it takes is a little bit of sacrifice in the beginning. You understand? John says sometimes you got to burn that midnight oil. Yes, right. High five. That's right. That's right. Charlotte says, you get me so hyped. I have not slept in almost 29 hours. Charlotte, go to sleep. She said, I would take a nap when I get off of work in 10 minutes, then back up at it. Yes. And see, right now, it's not even me that's hyping her up. It's the energy within her that's fueling her to make her want to move in her business. She sees more value in being her own boss than she does working for someone else. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. She says, yes, preach. You got to be willing. Stacy said, if they were giving away $500 to the first 100 people, I bet you would be up early and to be on time. You wait later, then it's all gone. Get up early to make it happen. You got to. You got to start your day early. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Trudy said, not a lazypreneur, not a babypreneur, and not a partypreneur. That's what I'm talking about, Trudy. Tell them. I miss my Constance. Y'all send special love out to Constance because she's been taking care of her mom and her husband. Let's just give some special positive energy and healing energy to both her family and herself as well. Constance is typically on these calls with her praise report, and I missed her presence here. So let's send her some special love. Tia says, staffingpreneurs are clowning tonight. I love it. Big up to y'all. Lori Strube says, stop making others rich. Make it for you and your family. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Trudy says, special love to Constance. We love you. Constance, if you on here, we love you. Lori said, Constance hugs. We love you. We love you, and we love your family. Same going out to Manjeet. His surgery went well. We love you, Manjeet. His wife texted me and let me know he's still under the medicine, but everything went well. Thank you so much for the love and the prayers for Manjeet. We really love you. All right. Now we are coming to an end to our call. And I just want to say my praise report is not only did I land 2 clients, even though I broke up with one, but I landed 2 clients in 2 weeks. Hello, praise report, praise report. But when I tell you, we got job orders coming out of our underarms, our booties, our ears, our heads. I'm talking about just flowing. Woo! I mean, I don't want to use the word overwhelmed because I am, but in a good way. But we just got them flowing. I'm talking, you ask and you shall receive. That is my praise report. Even today, I got a text message last night that said we had access to 10,000 new jobs. I said, we can't fill 10,000 new jobs. That's what I said. I'm like, that is like an overkill, right? But we have access. We have access. We have access. Do you understand? We are favored. Do y'all understand, staffingpreneurs? I don't think you guys understand what's really going on here. We are favored. We have access. I'm trying to tell you, this is what it's about. Hello. Come on. Hello. Where's that energy at? Yeah. Okay. I got to do my praise report song. Praise. Report. Praise. Report. Yes. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Listen, let me just tell you, Trudy is still singing praise report with me on text, y'all. I got a special love for Trudy. She just tickles me so much. I love it. Yeah, she's talking about, yes, we can, D. Betty, Trudy is making me laugh, like for real. Listen, we've had so many awesome praise. That's right, Lord, manifested and it is there. Yeah, she said, love it, D. Hello, praiseworthy, earning the right to lead. I mean, it is just nothing better. Y'all see these smile on my face, and I'm constantly glowing because we are constantly favored. And I'm so thankful that I'm able to walk this journey with each and every one of you. Now, I have kidnapped you for over an hour and a half tonight, which is a little, so I just want to just give a special thanks to everyone who was on this call. We have people that are on YouTube watching live. Thank you so much for being here. We have people that are on Instagram watching. Thank you for being here. We have people that are on Twitter. Thank you for being here. We have people that are on LinkedIn. Thank you for being here. We have my staffingpreneurs on GoToWebinar. I love you. I love y'all. These are like real hearts. Thank you for being here. We're broadcasting live in 7 different groups on Facebook. Thank you everyone for being here. We're broadcasting live on my personal page. And I just want to thank all my personal people for allowing me to kidnap your feed for the past hour and a half. Thank you so much. Where else are we broadcasting live? Is that like the whole world? I think that's the whole world. I really just appreciate you guys for believing in yourselves. If you want to learn more about how to start your own niche recruitment and staffing agency business, how to grow your own niche recruitment and staffing agency business, how to maintain your very own niche and recruitment staffing agency business, please visit www.staffingpreneursacademy.com. That's www.staffingpreneursacademy.com. If you're not ready to join, but you still want to be in the mix, you can join our pre-Staffingpreneurs group, which is not for Staffingpreneurs, so y'all stop joining because I'm going to decline you. It is called Six Figure Staffing. It is on Facebook. You can join that group. For some of you who are in that group and have already joined, you're going to be removed because you're already in the academy, and that's solely for newbies. And so I just wanted to throw that out there. We do this once a month for the world to see. So next month in September, please be back here. If you're not a part of the academy, for my Staffingpreneurs, I will see you the week after next. Please have your failures ready for us to share, and for us to celebrate. Please have your successes ready to be shared so that we can celebrate. Don't forget that Staffingpreneurs Splits is hot on fire right now. We've got brand new job orders, both contract, direct hire side. We need director of nurses. We need 6, 3 in Pennsylvania, 3 in California. We need them on the ASAP. If you are a Splits member, please make sure you are in the Splits group. I'm posting video updates throughout the course of the day, all day long, every chance I get to inspire you. I did not talk to the insurance people. We're going to try again tomorrow and make sure that works. Amanda's texted me, talking about, are you still on the call? Girl, get on Facebook, you'll see. I love you. So yeah, I don't know anything else that I'm missing. Don't forget, we're planning a trip to Costa Rica in January to celebrate my birthday. Yeah, Lori, those director of nurses are definitely solid gold. You know, the money in that is great. And it would just help open up so much more for us if we fill those positions. So I'm very excited about that. What else am I missing? I think that's everything for now. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I absolutely love you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me in your lives. And thank you so much for believing in yourselves. www.staffingpreneursacademy.com. Y'all enjoy your Wednesday. Have a great night. Woo! Love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love you, 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 love you everywhere. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Y'all have a great night. Bye. This was awesome. What a great call. All right. Let's just see. Love you guys. All right. All right. Let's just see. All right.